strength for life.
Darling, I can see your heart. We aren't so far away.
Alright, so we'll be taking a look here at Robocop versus Terminator. Now, I really like this cover here. It's got that steel looking background where looks like it's been laser engraved. Made by Virgin Games, which I wonder if they're related to Virgin Mobile, maybe Richard Branson. I could be off or entirely off. Very interesting. It says the mature rating here is MA13, which is very odd. It was rated by the VRC, which I wonder if they came before the ESRB. Very interesting. Parental discretion advised. Mature audiences. It's like they couldn't make up their minds. Looking at the spine here, I like that most. I think a Sega Genesis are like darker. I like that it's got the silver font in there. And then there you can see with the Virgin Games. Taking a look here at the back. Reading the short little story. In the crumbling ruins of a world under siege, man-machine meets machine-man as legendary cyborgs clash to decide the fate of the Earth. As Robocop, you must travel across time into a bloody future ruled by the mechanical forces of Skynet. You'll face attack from every angle, every moment, and an wavering army of Terminators, robotic dogs, spiders. I don't think I ever saw robotic dogs. Endoskeletons and a relentless arsenal of automated weapons await you in the veritable hell on Earth. To destroy this enemy, free its hostages, and finally pierce the dark heart of a killer computer will take something more powerful than plasma rifles and laser guns. The human mind that still burns within you. It's basically based on the Frank Miller and Walter Simonson million-selling Dark Horse comic series, which I had no idea, but that'd be very interesting to pick up. It says here heavy-hitting weaponry with flamethrowers, laser guns, plasma rifles, grenade launchers, and more. 10 explosive levels, 4 perilous worlds, 16 megabits of high-octane blasting mayhem. Very interesting pictures here. If I can show a little bit. Multitudes of sadistic enemies, and that is very true. I love that sound. You can see perfect Virgin Games. And I like at the top here that, you know, most of the Sega games, or pretty much all of them, had the names up here. So if you do stack them like that, you can check out the names. And I always take like a light Q-tip if you see some dirt on here. Just take a light Q-tip with a little bit of rubbing alcohol and just gently cover this. Looks brand new, and then you just take a napkin or a towel or maybe a Q-tip and just go around here, the black edges. Take a look at the instruction manual. I want to be careful here. Alright, so here, this thing is at very, very good condition. It says on the back, Orion Pictures Corporation and Hemdale, Virgin Games, Irvine, California. So as you can see here, this is actually pretty neat. You know, Robocop versus Terminator starting up. I wonder if they should have said booting up. The old classic Genesis Model 1, looking for trouble. In the near future, the worlds of Robocop and the Terminator merge into a single reality. You, as Robocop, must save mankind by destroying the Skynet supercomputer and the possible future in which machines rule the Earth and Skynet is supreme. And it goes on for a longer story here, and even half of the next page. Can you guide Robocop through his most important mission and save mankind from a future as slaves to ruthless machines? It uses the classic Genesis 3 button controller. Take control. Your move, creep. Directional button. It's got very good. You can climb up ladders, jump higher, enter doors. You can descend down ladders. Very interesting here. Very good quality. Paper feels like a little bit better quality than standard printing paper. The difficulty in this game is incredible. I will show you more gameplay. Sound effects is pretty good. The music as well. Sound test credits. Stay out of trouble. That's funny. They say you control the most powerful police officer in Robocop versus Terminator, and that is true. The only issue is that your main weapon is crap. In the movies they make it look good, but in the game it's awful. It's like a BB gun. I'm not sure why they did that. We can take a look at that. There's special items, of course, like a shield, which I don't know if that really helped. The Robocop head, which is an extra life, or if you see one of them, definitely get them. Power-ups, the pistol, the least powerful of the guns, but sufficient to make it through the first few levels without much trouble. That's a lie. Fake news right there. The pistol shoots tiny bullets. Yeah, it's not anywhere as good as the movie. The one time that you wish Hollywood didn't over-dramatize these things. Very, very good book. Lots of information. You don't see this stuff nowadays, clearly. But they just clearly explain everything else in the levels. Level 7, Underground Complex. Level 9 and level 10. On that last level, we'll take a look at how big of a pain in the ass it really is. Some good advice, some tips and tricks here, and some notes, which I haven't written anything in, but we probably will leave it empty. Very, very good quality, thick, handling the cartridge, warning to owners of projection televisions, Virgin Games Inc. limited warranty. Very, very good quality here. Different patents here and as well, and so this is what the game comes with. So you have your case, instruction manual, and game, and if you're able to get it complete in box, definitely worth it.
This game has amazing, awesome music. And so this first level is just basically showing you how to properly move around. It's nice that you can crouch, fire both ways, fire diagonally, and fire straight up. By pressing the A button, you're able to switch between weapons. Now I wonder, would the singer of this song be interested in Robocop? Robocop. Because this guy's badass in this game. Really, in this first level, you're seeing that, oh man, this guy's pistol, like from the movies, is just absolutely wrecking everybody. Well, I will say that this is a false mirage, because what is actually gonna happen after these levels, and how this game makes this gun, is it's actually the weakest in the entire game. At these first beginning levels, it's not that big of a deal, but as you go on, you're gonna see how big of a pain of an ass it is. If you get power-ups, and you lose those power-ups by dying, it makes this game a hell of a lot more difficult. This guy's like a kind of a mini boss here in the first level, but imagine what you just saw as normal standard enemies later on. Terminator. Love that. And so the music goes back, and it's just awesome. I mean, look at the detail here. The different variety of enemies. And so, like, for example, here, you want to just take your time exploring the level and enjoying the sights, because here you can't go behind the oil drum, but here you can. Bam! Weapon. It's game on. Look at this madness. This, you could say it's more of a walk and gun shooter. I mean, look at the detail. Mr. Robocop, you're a freaking badass. Excellent. Now, as you progress later on through the game, you'll go from present day enemies to Skynet futuristic enemies, and so these enemies now will start to become the norm. So you won't see as much human enemies anymore. It'll start to be more robotic, more of what you see in the Terminator movies, the crappy ones and the good ones. There's old Arnold. Prepare to see that guy a lot. Now, I can't stress this enough. You're gonna have enemies shooting at you from off the screen. And that's when you want to be careful. Now, this is the last level. Let me quickly dramatize how difficult this level is. This level basically reminds me of that one hallway with the Medusa heads and the axe throwing enemies in Castlevania for the NES. These guys are just coming in from all over the place. So many enemies firing everywhere. It's incredible. If you just come in with so few lives like you see, and just the pistol, lives will be dropping like flies. Now, from my high appraisal, do I think you should pick this game up? Should you try this game? Is it worth your time? If you like Robocop, or if you like Terminator, or if you like high-flying, kick-ass, action-packed, blockbuster summer events, definitely say you should pick up this game and give it a try. Because you have 3 seconds to comply.
Strength or die.